thank God for changing my genotype from AS to AA.
I'm an evidence of the liberation mandate, even when the doctors gave up on me, but God did not give up on me.
Before I got married in 2012, I noticed that my husband-to-be is into alcohol, but I didn't know how length is into until we fully got married. And I noticed he's addicted to it, into smoking and coming home late at night, and a little fight, will quarrel, but even the family, they sort it, they can't give us solution.
For years, I was into alcohols, not only alcohols, hard drugs, smoking. So I was not fully addicted, but it got to a point I was addicted to it. Along the line, she got to find out about it, and she was so upset.
At some point, I thought of committing suicide. When the situation at home is unbearable for me, I went to a pharmacy. I need 8 drugs that will make me to sleep and not to wake up, which the woman gave me. None of that, the woman, she was just deceiving me. I only slept about some hours. After that, I woke up. We kept on going like that for years until October 2020. On my way to a spot where I used to think whenever I'm depressed, so I met someone on my way that gave me a flyer, invited me to this commission. And I said, I'm not doing anything at home. I can't be attending the service. So from there, I attended the midweek service and I surrendered my life to Christ, and I started joining the commission Sunday service as well. So when I came to church, I used to hear the Bishop David Oyedepo emphasize on Matthew 6:33. So I began to engage in soul winning. I used to preach to people, bring them to church. They even surrender their life to Christ. From there, I have many converts in this commission to the glory of God. And I told God, as I'm rescuing others, rescue my home, deliver my husband. I want a godly family home. In one of my outreaches, I met a man. I was trying to invite him to church. And I said, oh, you are inviting me to church, what about your husband? We used to see him. We know him very well. So I said, don't worry. He has not found his place. He will still find his place by the grace of God. But that word hit my heart. That I have to go to God. I used to pray in the night. I used to pray in the afternoon every day concerning salvation after the kingdom advancement prayer. Then I engage in the word of God, which make me to search the scriptures from Genesis to Revelation. What is my home part in seeing the word of God fulfilled in my marriage? Which I used to say, okay, God says submissive woman should do this. Woman, I started taking this step in line with the word of God. In 2023, while I was in church in service on Sunday, I have an issue with my bank, so I have to call my husband. While calling him, I started hearing the same message Bishop was ministering at that time. I was surprised. I said, where are you? He switched to video. Lo and behold, he's in Canaan land. I was surprised and happy at the same time, because this is the person that does not like coming to winners or even going to church.
In 2023, I had a preaching and I was pricked in heart. I started feeling guilty of what I've done in the past. I started seeing the consequences and my actions, what I've done. In June, something strange happens to me. My wife had already gone to church as usual. So, and I had a voice that stand up, go to church. And I listened to that voice. I dressed myself up. So that was how I found myself in church. And I gave my life to Christ. Afterward, I did my believer foundation class. I also did water baptism. I did my OB. I joined security service group. But ever since then, things has been so good. Now I have peace, joy, happiness, all 9 fruits of the spirit. Now I can find it showing expression in my life.
Now there's peace in my home. There's love, there's joy, and there's understanding to the glory of the Lord. And there's what we call the godly family that I've been praying for. And I want to thank God for that. And financial life has transformed to the glory of the Lord.